Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I am so happy to have y'all here with me today. So recently in my comment section, I was asked to bring back my Birds and Blooms glue book, which I happily obliged today. I haven't worked in this glue book in some time. I usually reserve it for the springtime. And then I was thinking, you know what? I love this glue book. Why am I not working in it all the time? Like, keep it in my rotation. So, ask and you shall receive. Today I am working in my Birds and Blooms. I absolutely love this glue book. Now, when I first started this glue book, I have an entire playlist, by the way. I will link that at the end of the video of this glue book. When I originally started it, I was just going to use my Birds and Blooms magazine for this entire glue book because I had a subscription, and then a subscriber also got me a subscription, which thank you so very much. But then I realized that why not? Why do I always put these kind of like restrictions on myself? Like each glue book has its own specific thing, which is fine because I like to work in themes and stuff like that. But then I started adding stickers and maybe some other floral things from like floral catalogs and things like that. So I just want to say that if you're like me, I'm very much a perfectionist. I'm very much, matchy-matchy. And sometimes I have a hard time bringing in other elements into my glue books. Like I very rarely use cut and collage images mixed with my magazine images. And I don't know why. It's just a me thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do want to try and branch out. I've been working really hard on my perfectionism. And I do know that that is who I am. I have been that way my entire life. But I also don't want it to be so bad that it affects my ability to have fun while I'm creating. So that's why I work on it. But anywho, today I'm working in my Birds and Blooms, as I have said like 5 times already. And this glue book is so colorful, so fun. I absolutely love it. So in here I have anything that would be garden related, bugs, birds, fruits, flowers, bees, butterflies, all the things. And one thing that I do in this glue book as well is in my Birds and Blooms, the actual magazine, they always have like little facts and stuff like that. And I've been really, really into cutting out facts for my glue books when they're in those magazines. For instance, my shark glue book, all the books that I have and everything that I cut up for that shark glue book, I cut up all the little facts and fun little things to learn about sharks. And I've been doing that with this glue book as well. And you will notice that in my random glue books, when I find recipes, I'm often collaging a page with the recipe. So I'll have the finished product, I'll have the recipe itself I'll cut out and things like that. It's just kind of fun when you're looking back, to read those fun little facts about, whatever is on your page. But it's also another way to get more use out of the magazines that you have. So cut out those little facts, put them with your stuff. And it's really fun when you look back, and like, I love facts and I love to learn new things. So for me, it's really fun to see that stuff. But if you don't, that's totally fine. You don't have to, you can do whatever you want with your glue book. It's just a suggestion to get more out of your magazine. And Birds and Blooms goes on sale all the time for like $8 for an entire subscription for the year. So definitely worth it in my opinion. I love this this magazine. This little yellow case here, I got at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. I still sometimes see them around. They're good. I don't think they're great. But I mean, like the little clasps on the sides of mine sometimes come off, but they click right back on. It's not that big of a deal. But in my basket, each glue book of mine has a basket if it's a specific glue book. My Birds and Blooms, there's a big basket. My glue book goes in it. My stickers that I use for this glue book go in it. All my fussy cuts, all my squares, full page images, and stuff that still needs to be fussy cut all go in that basket. So when I saw that comment, I went and grabbed my basket and everything is ready for me to go. So that's how I store my glue books and my glue book images. I have another basket sitting on top of that basket of my one magazine challenge. All the images that I need are in that basket. So is my glue book. So I keep my glue book with my images. And I hear some people say, well, what do I do if I want to use images from my one glue book in my other glue book? Then go ahead and do that. It's not a problem. For me, I keep all of my random images in one big basket. And if I need something for, say, my birds and blooms, I can go sifting through that basket and see if there's anything I want. Or if I know I need some flowers, do I have any in my birds and blooms basket? I can go and look. So that's just kind of how I work with it. I'm not rigid in the regard of this is only for my birds and blooms. I can't use this anywhere else. That's where I keep them. So I know where they're at if I need them, you know. But for me, in my style of glue booking is I like to have my images laid on my table because I get more inspiration and more ideas that come to me when I have my images laid out and I can just kind of grab for something versus trying to think of what I want in that spot and then have to go and find it. I can just look on my table and see what works there. I hope that makes sense. But if you don't work that way, you're not wrong. You're totally fine to do that however you want to do. Everybody's process is different. So I know a lot of people ask me what my process is. And if it works for you, great. If you try and it doesn't work for you, that's okay too. Find what does. You know what I mean? I have tried to store my glue book images so many different ways. And this is the only way that works for me. I basically keep my images with my glue book as well as by size. But this is getting off topic. We'll do a whole nother video on that. Sorry, I just went off on a tangent. Look how pretty that flower is. Can you believe it? Oh, it's stunning. And I love that row of fruit. I was going to cut them out individually, but then I realized like the whole strip just looks really good. And in my other glue books, I cut out words or I hide the words. I don't like the words like on the image. You know what I mean? Like the little tiny writing that'll tell you like how much something cost or who the model is, like that little stuff. I don't like that. But in my birds and blooms, you know, they'll put the name of the bird next to the image. And I will leave that a lot of the time because that's just more real estate in my glue book. You know what I mean? It's more stuff to look at. Plus it's fun. Like I don't know all my birds. I'm not very good at like naming of birds. I never thought in my life that I would ever be like a bird person. But my dad, when he was diagnosed with cancer, got really into looking at birds and bird feeders and squirrel feeders and all kinds of stuff in their backyard. My parents they had green space behind them. So they had all kinds of birds that like I have never even seen before. I didn't even realize we had in Oregon. So it kind of became like a family thing. And it was something we really focused on while my dad was sick. Because it was things we could all still do together. And my dad and my sister and I, well, my mom too, obviously, but like it was something that we all really bonded with. And it's still a thing for all of us today, which is why the other day when I did the tribute to my dad, I did a page with robins because they're very important to my sister and I. They remind us of my dad because of something that occurred the day he passed away. So it's really interesting how you can get into something that you never thought you would. Like now when I'm walking my dog, I'm always looking at the different birds, like looking at the colors and how they respond to each other. And I don't know, it's really fun. And like going outside and just listening to the birds sing, it's so pretty and relaxing and calming. And I don't know if it's because I'm at a point in my life where I can stop and relax and listen to things. And you know what I mean? My kids are older, so I'm not like, well, I am still go, go, go. But you know what I mean? I have more time to reflect on those things. And I don't know, bird watching is actually pretty cool. They're really fascinating animals and they're so pretty. There's so many different varieties. Another thing I really want to say about your glue books is I use a lot of washi tape in my glue books. I think it's really fun and it's a great way to add more pops of color or to hide any blank spots that you still have in your glue book. So definitely use some washi tape. I love it. So with this side right here, I was trying to decide, did I just want to cover that little tiny like 3-inch strip right there, or do I just want to run the washi tape all the way up the side? I ran with it. I did it all the way up the side because I'm adding more interest to my page because that's like flower washi tape. I don't know. That's just a little something. If you have a ton of washi tape and you're not using it, use it in your glue books. It's a great way to add some color. Oh, it's so cute. I almost put that flower there. I wanted to use it so bad, but I didn't want to cover the entire hydrangea there. And then that was white on white, so I couldn't do that. And then, oh, it fit perfect. I had to do it. Had to do it. Look at that. It's like perfection. I love it. Ugh, so cool. I think one of the things I love about this glue book the most is just how naturally bright and vibrant it is because of all the nature that's in it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Well, I didn't like that. So I put the apple down. This is not the OG apple for those of you who have been around for a very long time. This is not that apple. This is a different apple. And I hated it when I put it down, so I just moved it to another page. What is the deal with me and apples in this glue book? I have no idea. So, I just wipe the glue off and I'll add something else later. Not a big deal. If you change your mind, you change your mind. If you can't pull it back up, glue over it. I do have a video of how I started this glue book in the playlist. If you want to see, I did take pages out of my composition notebook for this. And I love how flat it lays. Oh my gosh. I can't glue in a composition notebook without taking some pages out. I just can't do it. It's just not fun once it gets super full for me because it's so rigid and the pages are so hard to work in because they like roll. The spine gets so big and bulky there. I don't know. That's just a me thing. Tons of people love it. I wish I loved it. I don't. I don't like it. So if I use a composition notebook, I take out quite a few pages. Man, there's nothing better than just having images sprawled all over your page and just sifting through them and see what feels right and grab what, your eye is focused on and just glue. It's the best. It is the best. Absolutely love it. Clearly. You're like, everybody's like, duh, Nicole, we know. How many of you have a Birds and Blooms glue book going, or have you ever done one? Let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know if you like watching birds too. Like I don't go to like a park and just sit and watch birds, but not that there's anything wrong with that. I personally in my life right now, I don't have time for that. But when I'm on my walks or I'm, in my backyard or whatever, I really like watching them. You know what else is really fascinating? Dragonflies. We have a ton of them around here and I love watching them. It's so cool. A friend of mine on Facebook posted one in her backyard. She lives in the same area as me. And it was like this bright reddish orange dragonfly. I have never seen one so cool in my life. Like I don't have those in my neighborhood. It was so cool. Who knew that there are so many different kinds of dragonflies? There are really so many. I'm going to add some stickers because this book in particular, I really enjoy adding stickers. So quite a few of you have sent me some really amazing stickers for this. Some bees and some snails and ladybugs and flowers and butterflies. So I really appreciate that. And I try to use, well, actually almost all the stickers I use in here, I keep or have been gifted to me and I keep in this basket so that I can use them for this glue book. Stickers are fun. All right, everyone. That is going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I'm going to do a little flip through of my book here, so please enjoy. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to drink your water, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, friends.